Hey everybody, how's it going? Nice to see you. I'm in a different room today. I've been changing rooms lately. This is my April TBR, so to be read. These are all the books that I plan on reading in April. Don't know if I'll get to all of them, but hopefully most of them. Real quickly, I just recently read Antk Kind by Charlie Kaufman. I have a review of this on my channel if you're interested in watching that. It's my most recent video. But real quickly, I mean, if you like Kaufman, you'll like this. It's the funniest thing he's ever done. If you like postmodern satirical literature, this is freaking hilarious. It was completely exceeded my expectations. I'm currently reading Infinite Jest by David Foster Wallace. This is the hardcover edition, if you couldn't tell. This is, everybody knows about this book. It is enormous at 1,100 pages. Real quickly, how do I feel about it? I like it, but I don't love it. It's a hard read, I won't deny it. I'm having a hard time with it. There are a lot of things I like about it. I love the way that the story is really just a series of... There's two main plot lines and a bunch of other characters and plot lines, but they're all jumbled together. You know, it's more like reading vignettes or a series of short stories that have some sort of interconnected theme. Which I don't mind, really, but this is like the hardcore version of that. I actually like when stories are written like that, kind of mosaic-y sort of stories, mosaic-y if that's a term, but this is an extreme version of that, and to be honest, there's sections that are really just boring to me. There's just parts where I'm struggling to just get through it. I'm not enjoying it. I don't normally stick with books that I'm not enjoying, of course. Life is too short for that, but there are hilarious sections and some extremely moving and poignant passages on a variety of topics, and that are just amazingly written, sad stories. So I'm definitely going to stick through it, and you know, of course, if I hit a wall, we'll see. But I do look forward to doing a proper review on this when I finish. So these are the books I plan on reading after that. I'm about 250 pages into that. I suspect that'll take me another week or two to read. It's a pretty big one. It reads kind of slow. Let's start with a book by Marisha Pessl called Special Topics in Calamity Physics. Marisha Pessl wrote a book called Night Film I reviewed on this channel if you'd like to watch that. It's a really good, dark literary thriller that brings to mind, to me, it was like David Fincher movies. Really good book. And this is her first book, and it's kind of like a murder mystery, I think. I didn't really look too much into it. That has, you know, some unique kind of aspects to it. And I just really look forward to reading this. She has another book called Neverworld Wake, I think, and that's more of a young adult novel. And I mean, good for her that she has another book coming out now, but it's another young adult novel. I don't plan on reading that. It kind of makes me think that's just what she's doing now, which is a shame. You know, not that we want good young adult writers, but I'd prefer if she wrote another adult book, you know. Next is a lighter read I plan on reading, because there's some heavy material in there, and that's a book called Palisades Park. I picked this up last year. I think I never got around to it. From what I know, this is a book about a family that I think they either own or live near an amusement park in New Jersey, and I think the early 20s, pretty sure. And it's just one of those books that spans over a period of years, chronicling a family. I don't know if it's necessarily a light read in terms of, you know, the subject matter, but I've heard it's, you know, not a particularly challenging read, and it's pretty short at about, it's almost a little under 400. It's 400 pages, so this might be a good palate cleanser book. I don't know, looking forward to it. The next two, there's the final two I have. One is one of my favorite authors, Donna Tart. This is The Little Friend, one of the weirdest, probably the weirdest cover I own. What is that? That's weird. I don't know if that necessarily fits the book at all, but I tried reading this. I shouldn't say I tried, but I started reading this like last November or so, maybe even December, and I just got busy with something, and I couldn't continue with it because I don't think I got 100 pages in. I don't think this was an incredibly difficult book to read, but it was definitely a book that required a lot of your attention. It dealt with very difficult subject matter. It's a dark book, some, you know, heavy topics. So I put it down because I wanted to just give it my full attention. People don't tend to like this one as much as her other two books. I can understand why, but it's Donna Tart. It's written beautifully. As a matter of fact, I think this is written better than The Secret History just from the first 100 pages. But Secret History, if you've read that, you'll know that's a very easy reading book. I mean, it's not necessarily lowbrow fiction, but it's, you know, it's a literary thriller that demands you to keep reading. It's very engaging. It's very readable. This is much, much slower and more... She's going for something else in here, I can tell, and I'm not sure how to articulate it right now. Maybe she's going for more of just a slow character piece, but it oozes style. You know, you really are getting in the feel of the area and time this takes place in. So I really look forward to just sitting down and giving this one a read, and I'll certainly let you know what I think about it. I'm just going chronologically for her books. I'll read, what's the other one? The Goldfinch. I'll read that last. She puts a book out like every 10 years. The last book I plan on reading this month, and don't worry, I'm not going to read the whole thing because you're going to faint when you see the size of it, but it's the LA Quartet by James Ellroy, which is, well, I'll just read it, The Black Dahlia, The Big Nowhere, LA Confidential, and White Jazz. A lot of people know LA Confidential because of the film and The Big Nowhere. I guess they're all popular. Ellroy, you know, I read a little of Black Dahlia, again, a year or two ago, and I had to stop because of, you know, I got busy and wanted to give it my attention. And it's written, he's a phenomenal writer. This is really high quality stuff. But here's the book. This is an Everyman's Library copy. I might have even, I think I showed this on my channel to you folks, but this is the biggest book I've ever seen and that I own. Well, maybe biggest hardcover. I think I've owned a copy of Les Mis that was like 1,400 pages, but this is 1,378 pages. Of course, it's 4 novels, but, you know, they're a quartet of books. So I really look forward to, I just want to read The Black Dahlia. It's about 350 pages or so. Yeah, it's about 350 pages. No, maybe even a little less. Yeah, it's about 300 pages. It's not a particularly easy read. You know, it's there's a lot going on in it, and it's very, you know, Ellroy's known for writing in that style, that noir, you know, the old, like, crime novels, just writing really well in that style. So it definitely demands a little bit more of your attention to really, you know, synchronize with it. But yeah, so that's it, man. Those are all the books that I plan on reading. I honestly don't think I'll get through all of those, but that would be cool. But yeah, I haven't made a video in quite a while other than my most recent Antk Kind video, but hopefully, you know, I have some more stuff for you. Some Blu-ray stuff too as well, and definitely book stuff. Nothing fragrance related for folks that used to watch that content of mine. I don't really buy stuff. I have enough, you know what I mean? I still wear fragrances often, but yeah, I just don't really buy them anymore. There's no reason really. So anyways, though, thank you for watching. If you've read any of those books, please let me know what you thought of them. I know some of you mentioned curious how what I would think of Infinite Jest, so that'll be a fun video to talk. I'm sure that will be a very long video to talk about that. But yeah, definitely Antk Kind. If you've read that one, let me know because that was so funny. I'd love to talk about that with somebody. Anyways, peace out. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.